We're back with the book videos. I haven't done one of these in a hot second. I have been so excited to start making this one though. Like I literally have had this video planned out since like probably April because as probably many of you other readers are, I am in the middle of so many series right now and I just want to finish them. Like I just want to like know how these stories end and like get through series. The only series I've really finished in the last year is ACOTAR, and even that one, like there's still books coming out in that series, so I'm technically not done, but like I'm caught up to where we're at now. And there's so many like artists, I cannot speak, authors whose books I want to read and they're like starting new series, but I still like want to read their old series first. We are starting this video to at least continue series, maybe not finish them, but at least get a little bit farther into them before I start, you know, other series as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna this will be just like a reading vlog of a few different books. I'm actually already a little over halfway through one of them. Right now I'm currently reading Powerless by Elsie Silver on my Kindle. I do have the physical edition, but all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited and I just read so much faster on Kindle. Plus I was reading it when I was on my trip, and that is part of the Chestnut Spring series because she does have a new series that's the second book coming out this year as well. But I really want to read that because I've heard it's so good. Like I said, the first book we're starting with is Powerless. It's the third book out of 5 in the Chestnut Spring series. So I'm like, okay, once I get through this one, I'll be over halfway and I'll just have 2 more books left and we can probably just finish those up real quick by the end of summer. But it's a small town cowboy romance type thing. So the guy, his name is Jasper. He's a hockey player. She is a ballerina, which we haven't really seen too much. Like it's really not about their sports at all. It's just kind of like talked about like that's their those are their professions. So I love that dynamic and I just love their dynamic in this book. I'm thinking this might be a 5 stars so far. Like I said, I'm already halfway through because I wanted to kind of like get into a book before I started this video. Loving it so far. I just love this series. It's just like so cozy and comforting to just sit down and binge read. Kindle says I only have about 4 hours of it left, so I'm hoping I can like sit down and finish it tonight maybe. I just love their dynamic. It's like nothing I've ever really like read about before. So, and then the other book that I actually have, as you can see, started a little bit. I'm only on chapter 6. So these chapters are really short. The Hawthorne Legacy is the second book in the Inheritance Games trilogy. I'm really enjoying it so far. I had to kind of refresh. Sorry if you can hear the like noises outside. I had to refresh my memory of like what even happened in the first book because I read it back in fall time, like last fall. Like I said, this is a trilogy, so this is the second book. So I only have 1 more after this, so that's very like motivating as well. Once I'm done with this one, like I'll only have 1 more left till I finish the series. But if you've ever seen the movie Knives Out, that's what like the first book reminds me of. I'm probably gonna finish Powerless first and then continue on with this. And then I started the Dreamland Billionaire series as well as the Knock 'em Out series earlier this year, so those are the 2 other ones that I could continue. So I think those are the other 2 series on the roster for this video. Enough rambling. I'm gonna go sit down and read Powerless and just get through as much of it as I can for the rest of the day. Okay, I'm back. I finished Powerless a few days ago. First of all, I just love these covers. I loved this book. I think this is my favorite from the series so far. I can't even lie. I really do because I'm just a sucker for like hockey romance, but this hockey was like not even like a subject in this book. I feel like yeah, he was on the team and like there was like that whatever, but it wasn't even like a huge thing. But I just love hockey romances. I don't know, it was so cute. I loved their connection so much and the fact that they like have known each other since they were so young. I don't always love like that like childhood friends to lovers, but this one was really good. I like don't want to spoil too much of it, but I obviously love seeing like all the other characters come back, and that's why I love interconnected standalone series, is because you get to see like glimpses of like all the other characters and how the other couples are doing as you go on. And I loved the glimpse of the next like couple, like what the next book is going to be about, Theo and Winter, I believe. No, it was so good. It was such a fast read too. I mean, it's always, first of all, Elsie Silver's writing is always like so fast to get through, but like reading on my Kindle too is always so fast. So got through this one more book from a series checked off. I really just want to continue reading this series honestly and like get on with it, but we need to work on other series first. So now I'm reading the Hawthorne Legacy. I'm now about 50-ish pages in. It's like already like into it and like we're getting into it. I just need to like get back into the mindset of the world. I feel like it's not like, I'm not like super interested in it right now, but I can tell things are like gonna get crazy in this book. So okay, my good lighting is gone because I just shut all my blinds, but I don't even know if I said that what I rated the book. I rated it 5, oh sorry, spoiler. I rated it 5 stars. This is a 5-star read for me. I literally don't think I said that, so sorry, but just putting that out there. Go read Chestnut Spring series if you haven't already, even though I'm sure you have. I've been sitting here waiting for the air to turn off for like 10 minutes now, just so I could film this clip. It's it's still on. Let's see how much longer I have to sit here. Okay, I swear it never stays on for this long, but I just want to film this and like get to reading. Like, okay, I could have been reading this whole time, but anyways, first of all, guys, I'm in my basement right now because I have this new like little room that I kind of redid, and I've been down here like every night. I brought my TV from my room down here, like went all out. It used to be like the workout little area, now it's half couch and TV, half workout equipment. That's where I am, and I'm just gonna film this, and hopefully I'm just gonna stay close, so hopefully you can't hear the air and hopefully it turns off. But I am much farther into the Hawthorne Legacy, and I'm on chapter 62, page 236. It started picking up right after I filmed. I don't even remember the last time I filmed, not gonna lie, sorry. But I don't know why it's taking me so long to get through this. I just like haven't been, like when I do sit down to read it, I don't read like huge chunks of it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking where the story is going. Like I said, it like really picked up, and like I feel like every chapter there's like a new lead on something, new lead on the, you know, puzzle, the game. I don't know, if you don't know what the inheritance games is, did I even explain it? I don't remember. In the first book, this like 16 or 17-year-old girl gets left this like billionaire's inheritance, hence inheritance games, but she has to live on his estate for a whole year, and she can't leave to like inherit his billions of dollars and like all of his assets and everything. But his grandsons and like sons and daughters obviously are like, hey, why did we get cut out of your will? So they're like, you know, it's this whole thing, and they have to go through, in the first book they go through a like puzzle game thing to figure out some clues about stuff, and then this one obviously goes deeper into that, and you're finding out more like lore and like why this girl actually got left this money. And the chapters are no more than like 2 or 3 pages each. Like, yeah, the next chapter is on page 240 and I'm on page 236. Like, they go so fast. My goal is to finish it today, but it's already almost 10:30. My goal is to finish it by tomorrow night. Hopefully, because I really need to start the last book for this video if I want to get this video up on time and just keep getting through series. So I have picked out my next book already, and I actually went and bought it today. So I filmed that, but I'll reveal it once I'm done with this one, even though you might already know it from the thumbnail. I don't know what the thumbnail for this video is going to be. Why is the air still on? That is crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna sit here and read this probably until I fall asleep. Who knows? Okay guys, I finally sat down and decided to just finish the rest of this book. It's literally almost 1 a.m. But when do I not finish a book in like literally the middle of the night? I have one more chapter left, literally like 3 pages, not even 3 full pages. Everything crazy just happened, so I'm just like, how is it gonna wrap it up in 3 pages? But let's see. Okay, I just finished the Hawthorne Legacy. I literally wish I would have bought the 3rd book the other day. I kind of really want to read it now, but I'm like, I'll read it soon. I'll read it soon. I need to get to other books and other series. That was so good. I will tell you my full final thoughts in the morning, because I just need to go to sleep. That was really good. Okay, as you guys saw last night, I finished the Hawthorne Legacy, the 2nd book in the Inheritance game series. I really enjoyed it. I went with a 4.75 rating, which is pretty good for me. Like, it was almost a 5-star, but just wasn't quite. So I definitely want to read the 3rd one and just like finish out the series very soon. But I do have lots of other books that I want to get to as well, so it's like I just gotta fit it in there somewhere. I had no clue where it was going like the whole time, honestly, so that is also a great thing too, because I feel like if I would have been able to guess the twists and turns. Like, it's not as exciting. There weren't as many like puzzles to really solve in this one like as the first one. It was just kind of like following this thread to like different people, which I thought was interesting, and like again it gave it like a slightly different, I guess, vibe from the first one, because the first one was a lot of like puzzles and riddles to solve. 4.75 out of 10. So now it is time to move on to the second book in this, or the third and final book in this video. I decided that that will be Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, which is the second book in the Knock 'em Out series. This is another interconnected standalone like the Chestnut Spring series, like Powerless, and I really enjoyed the first one. First of all, do you see how thick this book is? How many pages is this one? Oh no, it's 5. Oh my god, that's a bonus epilogue. It's almost 600 pages. Hopefully I can finish it by the time I want this video up. This video might be going up a few days later than I wanted it to, so sorry guys. Hopefully it'll be like interesting enough where I want to keep reading it. I feel like I've heard mixed reviews on this one. Like, a lot of people like the first one more than this one, but I didn't like the first one as much as I thought, so I'm hoping this one is like even better. And after reading like about the people who are in this couple, like getting glimpses of them in the first book, I'm excited to read this one, even though he is a cop, but it's okay. We'll just ignore that because it's a little small town romance. That's enough rambling. Let's go start this book and get through another series. Okay, we're back a while later for an update. It's taking me a hot second to get through this book. First of all, because it's a literal brick. It's so thick. But I've already said that. But I've made a dent. I've made a dent. Mostly because I've been reading it on my Kindle as well. It's just so much, I don't know why. To me, it feels so much faster to read it on a Kindle, but it's on Kindle Unlimited, so it's free. So I'm like, okay, like I'll just read it on there, even though I want, like, it's such a pretty book too. I'm like, I want it for my shelf, but I really want to start like reading the physical edition more because I want to be able to tell that I've read it, you know, like creases in the spines. Like, I love creasing the spine. Sorry if this like triggers you, but love a good crease spine. I'm on chapter 21, almost on page 230. I'm okay with it. Like, I don't love it so far. I feel like the relationship between Nash and Lena is like really weird. It just like all of a sudden like existed. I feel like they didn't know each other that well, and all of a sudden there was like this thing, and now like there really isn't. Like, I don't really know what's going on exactly at this point in time, because she's like keeping secrets from him, and it's like this whole thing. I like the dog in the book. That's cute. But I just feel like Lucy Score's writing is good, but her books are for if you want something like more, or at least from what I've read of her, it's if you want something more than just like a romance book, which I'm not fully in the mood for right now. Like, I just want like a cute little romance book, but I wanted to get through this book for this video. So there's definitely a lot more than just the romance going on, and I feel like she puts some scenes, there's like too much detail. I'm like, okay, I don't need to hear this entire conversation. I don't need to, like, I don't know. And some things that have happened, I'm like, why did we need to know that? I don't know. Like, obviously it'll probably come back up later and whatever. So I am like indifferent to it right now. I'm not like loving it, but I'm not hating it either. Like, I'm enjoying this like small town, you know, world and crime stuff that happens kind of in the background is kind of interesting. I'm not hating, like, definitely read the series if you've been interested in it and if you want like more. It's just like I'm not in the mood for like this whole like romance mixed with like the crime and the whatever right now. Is just like my thing. We'll finish this and then I'll only have one more equally as thick book to get through for the series, but it's okay. We'll have another one marked off. Coming at you live from my phone camera because I'm too lazy to go all the way. Oh, there's Milo. I'm too lazy to go all the way. You can see the other half of my little basement room. This half is like all cute and I'm trying to make it aesthetic, and then there's that, but it's okay. Guys, it's taking me so long to get through this book. Oh, I'm too lazy to go upstairs to get my camera. That's why I'm coming to you from my phone. I'm on page 423 out of 570 something. There's too much. It's just too much book. It's too long. I'm so sorry. And I understand her writing is really good, and there's like, it's a very detailed story. My attention span I can't do that kind of book, at least not right now. I'm just not in the mood. I'm enjoying it for what it is, but I was very, very confused on the two main characters, like love interest opinions on each other for a while. I'm like, I thought we were like mad at each other and not speaking, and then like I'm not trying to spoil anything, but like are we mad at each other or are we in love with each other? Like I just don't understand. And like we're finally getting somewhere and we have this much of the book left. I don't know, I'm kind of at a spot where I'm like not interested and I just need some sort of conclusion to happen. My goal is hopefully by tomorrow at some point. I mean, I want this video to go up tomorrow, but I mean tonight would be ideal to like finish this. I have all day and then I work later, but then after work I'm just gonna try and sit down and read it. I've been saying that like every day, that like after work I'm gonna just sit down and finish the book, and I just haven't because I just can't. There's nothing going on that's like keeping me wanting to read it. But that's not to say it's a terrible book. I feel like I'm saying all this and I'm like, but again, I'm enjoying it. It's maybe just not the book that I needed right now. We got Oscar sleeping next to me. Okay guys, I have finally finished this ginormous book. Acting like it's like the longest book I've ever read. That's my main complaint with this book, is it just was too long. Like there were some scenes and just some details that we just did not need in it. But I've landed on a solid 4-star rating for it. I thought about 4.25, but I think 4 is good for this. Got another book checked off from a series that I'm reading. So yeah, another thing, I feel like I talked about a lot of my grievances with this book already, but I was just confused as to how Nash and Lena, the two main characters, like even felt about each other at some points. I'm like, do we even like each other? And I don't know, it would go like back and forth. And I noticed that the ending played out very similar to the very first one, with like the whole crime thing going on. That's like a big theme in this series, and I'm not trying to spoil anything, but it just played out very, very similar to the first one. And this one thing that happens in the first book kind of happens again in this one, which, you know, obviously it's a series, so similar things are going to be happening, so, you know, I didn't mind that. And I did love that whole plot. Like it definitely kept it interesting, did kind of justify why it was so long, but still, like, there was just some things, it's like, why do I need to know every little thing they say in this scene when they're sitting at a bar, or like, you know, this thing. I feel like I'm being very negative towards this book, and I don't mean to be. Again, I just think obviously it was my fault for picking such a long book, but maybe I just like wasn't in the right headspace to like fully enjoy it. I did enjoy the story, and I enjoyed like the characters and the whole world, and like seeing characters from the first book and then seeing like little snippets of like the next couple in the next book. So I definitely enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm just very glad to have this checked off of my list. So those are the 3 books done for this video. Very glad that I did that, and I'm very excited. I just have to read 1 more for this one and 1 more for this one, and I'll be done, and 2 more for this one. So by the end of this year, all these series should be completed. Yeah, I have another very exciting reading vlog coming up at the end of this month, so I have a lot of reading to do for that now. So to recap, we have 4 stars, 5 stars, and 4.75. So I thoroughly enjoyed all of these books and definitely recommend picking up any of these series. I am enjoying the worlds and the characters in all of them, and I can't wait to see how they finish up and where they go next. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to do another one of these like reading series videos, because I thought of one more series that I like, series but like standalone whatever, that I'm kind of in the middle of, so I could incorporate that, or I could always start a new series, you know. I feel like I always just like start new series and just don't continue them, so that was the point of this book, or this video. Why do I keep calling it a book? Okay, I'm finishing this video before I mess up any more words. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.